Imagine closing your eyes and falling asleep, never to awaken. Death is one of life's few certainties, that and taxes. It's scary to think that while you rest, you could face the possibility of passing on from this life. It's a common belief that this is the best way to go. Although it might seem preferable to many, it's not very comforting when it happens to young people. In today's video, we'll explore what it truly means to pass on in our sleep and how it happens in the first place. Number 1 on our list is heart attacks. Researchers have found that a large number of people pass on in their sleep due to heart attacks. A heart attack occurs when the blood flow to the heart is cut off or slowed to a large extent. Most of the time, blood flow becomes blocked due to the buildup of fat, cholesterol, and other substances in the heart's arteries. Coronary artery disease causes most heart attacks. In coronary artery disease, one or more arteries block the blood supply to the heart, and plaque, deposits of cholesterol, are usually to blame. Plaque can narrow the arteries, cutting off blood flow to the heart. Arrhythmia follows at a close second. Arrhythmia is a common cause of death while sleeping. It's associated with the heart's electrical activity. Cardiac blocks that disrupt the electrical pattern cause heart failure and death. Often, sudden, unexpected death while sleeping has been blamed on the failure of the heart beating. The incorrect signaling causes the heart to beat too quickly or too slowly. Due to these irregularities, the heart muscle gets damaged. The charge required to fire the muscle in a synchronized manner may be disrupted. Contractions may become irregular, too fast or too slow, and the effectiveness of the heart's pumping may be compromised, leading to cardiac arrest. Strokes are another common sign. Strokes frequently occur during sleep, which can result in sudden death. The heart significantly influences other systems that rely on its blood circulation capacity. In particular, an abnormal heartbeat can induce a blood clot to move to the brain and cause a stroke. Hypertension or high blood pressure may raise the risk to a greater extent. Consequently, people with these traits and symptoms are more vulnerable to dying in their sleep. Sleep apnea is common in sleep deaths. One of the worst widespread causes among the many different types of sleep apnea is obstructive sleep apnea. Obstructive sleep apnea primarily affects our sleep patterns. It causes recurrent stops and starts while breathing during sleep, resulting in your throat muscles relaxing intermittently throughout sleep, which leads to airway obstruction. Researchers state that untreated sleep apnea has an increased risk of experiencing a heart attack. People with this kind of sleep apnea are twice as likely to suffer a stroke. So, how does obstructive sleep apnea kill? When the air passage of the breathing system becomes clogged, oxygen levels in the blood might abruptly decrease. If a person is already at risk for a heart attack and stroke, obstructive sleep apnea can trigger a sudden cardiac event or brain attack that can lead to an untimely death during sleep. Patients with obstructive sleep apnea have a greater risk of sudden cardiac death between midnight and 6 a.m. Data suggests that about 22 million Americans have sleep apnea, and about 80% of the cases are left untreated.